Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and word has come down that Starbucks executive chairman plans to step down from his position in the coming weeks. Howard Schultz saying that'll happen on June 26, with the 64-year-old having served as the company's CEO on 2 different occasions. Now, this news probably doesn't really seem like much of a big deal on the surface, but what seems to be the motivation behind it certainly is a big deal. Now, it's reported that Schultz, who has regularly voiced his political opinions and has been a very vocal critic of President Trump, might be considering a run for the top office in this country himself. The coffee boy has accused Trump in the past of creating episodic chaos in the United States, and it seems that Schultz thinks that he's the guy who's there to fix it. But is he? It's a question that we, of course, have to ask ourselves. You see, we should probably keep in mind that it is his company that is allowing its individual stores to turn into personal wastelands right now, especially in the past few weeks. I mean, there was the incident that happened at a Philadelphia Starbucks earlier this spring. A couple of African-American men who had used the bathroom hadn't paid for anything. The cops were called on them. They were taken out of the store, and it turned out that their story about how they were waiting for somebody turned out to be true, with that friend walking in as they were being let out by police. As a result, Starbucks decided to not be rational in its response and completely go overboard, creating the mindless third place policy. And yeah, that policy, it hasn't even been in place all that long, and we've already heard some of the effects that it's had. Some anonymous Starbucks employees have said at some of the locations that it's resulted in homeless people who have not paid for anything, but because Starbucks wants to be inclusive and politically correct, still calls customers. Everybody who walks through the door is a customer now. Even if you're a paying customer or not a paying customer, you still get called a customer for whatever reason. So you hear some of these customers who haven't bought anything getting into arguments with actual paying customers, and you've heard reports that some of the bathrooms at some of these Starbucks locations are full of blood on the walls and hypodermic needles everywhere because people are now using Starbucks to shoot up, because everybody's allowed to come in and you can pretty much do anything that you want there, no matter what they say. They're not actually enforcing it. They're letting people run wild in their stores, all because they want to be nice and politically correct and have their buddies in the leftist media say a bunch of really nice things about them. Yeah, so those stores, they're going to absolute crap right now. And we're supposed to believe that a guy who cannot even manage his own coffee shops is somebody that can actually lead the United States of America? Are you kidding me? I mean, based on what we've seen from him so far, it would make sense that he would take his policies from Starbucks and try and apply them to the United States of America. I mean, so many other people on his side of the aisle love doing it. Oh, if we're going to let everybody into Starbucks, why don't we let everybody into the United States? Open borders. Yeah, why enforce our borders? Why enforce our laws? Why actually vet people coming into this country to see if they're actually going to be a benefit to our economy instead of a drain like so many of them are? Why not just let everybody in? Don't bother vetting them to see if they have a criminal past or anything. Oh no, let's all sing Kumbaya together. Open borders, let them in. That is what the left in this country is preaching so hard going into the 2018 midterms here, and you know that's exactly what would happen if you have somebody like this becoming the president of our country when he's already implemented on a much smaller scale. Fortunately, one that only hurts him and the fellow Starbucks high-ranking folks and the workers there. It doesn't affect all of us, fortunately, but you know, it really could if we were to let some fool like that into the White House. Fortunately, as much as his liberal nonsense will probably appeal to so many of those radical leftists out there that have to be PC with everything, yeah, it's not going to appeal to any American that has even a lick of common sense. That's all that we have for today, but tune in to the John Muir Show each and every weekday on WTAQ, WHBL, and WSAU at John Muir WTAQ on Twitter and Facebook. Until next time, I'm out.